Good morning everyone, it's Jeanette here, the enthusiastic gardener from Essex in England. It's Saturday, the 28th of June. A very warm day. It's set to rise, but it's quite cloudy at times as the sun goes in. All the fountains are on. And I've been very pleased with my new solar fairy and urn water spitter. As you can see, she's on at the moment. And she does come on. We've left it on continuous, so it's doing its own thing. I've been at work all week, so I haven't really noticed what it's doing. We have all the fountains on today. And today, what I thought I would do is a little bit of editing. Taking things out, removing to make space, because as you can see, my garden is small. That is quite heavily planted. But because I'm collecting things that I love, in order for me to fit things that I love in, things that I don't love, well, they're going to have to go. And that's what I'm doing today, to make space. But I just want to show you how beautiful my Tasmanian tree fern is looking, my Dixonia antarctica. It is a stunner, just as I'd hoped. I love it. It's doing so well. Let's have a close-up. It's just beautiful. I love it so much. And because we still have some new fronds, can you see these? Still going to unfurl, but because we put it into a raised pot, look how lovely these are. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Because it's in a raised pot, I can see it from all sides of my garden. So I can even see it when I'm sitting in my lounge. I sit in there. You can see Lottie. Lottie is having a little afternoon snooze. That's a sneak peek of my living room. She pushes all these cushions all over the place. That's Mark Bolan. In fact, let me show you. This is our indoors of our bungalow. So I sit here, there it is. So I can see it. Well, that's a little owl that we bought from St Luke's Hospice quite recently. But anyway, editing. What we're going to do today, so I don't know how much I can do because it's rather warm. But if we look here, you see this. This is my pear tree. That's coming out. First of all, it doesn't do anything. There are no pears. It's not attractive, and it's not happy. Leaf curl. We can't have that. And also, the colour of it, it just melds in with the ivies. There's a lot of green here. So we're going to take the pear tree out. That will create a space. So, and then there's something else I'm going to do to create more space. But you can see we're trying to do lots of colourful foliage. We have blue, the blue spruce, we have lots of reds, we have a 9-bark, we have a forest pansy, red bud, and obviously green. But that's a kind of bluey green as well. That's a Chamaecyparis. Then we have a bright chartreuse green of the lemon cypress, beautiful smoke bush. So lots of lovely textures. We have the roses behind, but they've finished their first flush apart from a few left over there. So I think we need to take the pear tree out and then we can get something with a different colour foliage. Maybe another red bud, because look, this is my golden falls. Oh, I love this so much. It's just as beautiful as I'd hoped. So maybe another red bud. because I'm in love with red buds. So that's what I'm thinking. Let's get rid of the pear tree. You can see how tall it is. I mean, I'm 5'8", so probably 7 foot tall. And I planted it in February 2021. It was snowing on the day that I planted this, and I found it in my local Tesco's. And obviously in February, you're sort of desperate for planting, and they were just selling fruit trees, and I decided I was going to have an orchard. I bought a plum, a cherry, 2 apples and this pear behind me. I still have the cherry and I still have 1 apple. The others, they've gone. Let me just, while I get all my stuff out, I'm going to leave you with a video regarding my cherry, because it was a funny, I did put it on Facebook and Instagram, but if you're not on either of those, you wouldn't have seen this, because I was sitting in my lounge just where I was a moment ago, and I spotted this. Spotted in action. Now look, this is what happens to my cherries. They're eating my cherries. You little thieves. Well, they're not ripe yet, so I hope they taste bitter. Look at them. I'm going to go really slowly. The one at the back has spotted me. Yeah, you little thieves. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm going to taste one actually. Maybe they're ripe. Ugh, no. Oh, ugh. You'll have a bad belly for eating those. Just what you deserve. So immediately went out and netted it, and this net has been good. It's done the trick. I mean, we have so many cherries this year. There are loads of cherries all round here especially. I mean, look at those. And huge bunches here, and look at the ladybirds. We've got ladybirds everywhere. As if you saw my video of the garden tour, you might remember that we had larvae of ladybirds, and it's just marvellous, because this was full of this sticky stuff, and I had aphids and everything, and now the ladybirds are doing their job. Look at those cherries. Goodness, they're not ripe yet. I keep trying them, but they're not ripe. Anyway, let's get back to the pear tree. The removal of the pear tree. I don't know how difficult it will be, because it's been in a while. Right. I'm going to cut it off in sections to make it easier. Now this has been in for 4 years, so I don't know how rooted in it is. It feels, oh, resistance. We have resistance, that's for sure. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm admitting defeat for the moment because it's so hot. This is in solid. If I spend any longer I'll end up abandoning the rest of the video. So I'm going to come out later tonight when it's a little bit cooler and have another go. But hopefully, this will be gone by the end of today. It will be gone, and we will be able to put something more brighter or a different colour over there. But also my phone will overheat. There's the trunk, and it will be gone. Yeah, my phone will overheat and I won't be able to finish. But let's move on to what is bound to be a little bit of an easier edit. Now that is this, my super blue seedling, blue spruce, Picea pungens. It's beautiful, but it's getting huge. It's taking up a lot of room. And while being beautiful, if you have a look at this one, I did a similar thing here. Took off the lower branches, so it's a beautiful little lollipop kind of look, and then you can plant underneath. Well, that's what I'd like to do here, because there's a lot of space and this is only going to get bigger. So I'm going to clear away the lower branches, and then it will reveal lots more planting pockets. I'll start off with the very lowers, then I'll see what it looks like. And I might go up another layer as well. I think I'm going to be brave. I'm going to take all of these off. I must say, if you're weeding is difficult. Get yourself a hoe, because it's so much easier. And all I do, for the little ones anyway, obviously the big weeds, you have to dig right down and you must get the root. But for the little ones, you can just go in and just skim over them. It's so much easier. Yes, just get yourself a hoe. It's so much easier. So you can see that I've got a huge big area now that I can plant in. It's so hot today. I don't think I'm going to be able to do much more. But there is one further thing that I'm editing. Let me take you over to my final edit of the day, which is just over here. It's not actually going to give me very much space, but it's this euonymus here, which I was over a year ago, 18 months ago, trying to train it into a cloud prune topiary. So I was trying to prune it into a cloud prune, and I think I'm just going to cut everything off and just leave this one single stem. And this bit, and we're just going to have one. Give it a little shape, I think. So that looks a little bit better, I think. Didn't really free up much space at the bottom. That's the infamous Super Junior Vista bubblegum, which it actually is getting a little bit bigger, so I was quite disappointed. And we have one more over here. I've never had Super Tuning Vista bubble gums before. Can't get them over here. And I've seen everyone else's looking magnificent. This is the other one. Not magnificent at all. But I do have some space for planting all through here. Still got gaps there we can put things in. And then of course back over here. So it's so hot at the moment. I can't do any more gardening as much as I want to today. Let's take one more look at my magnificent Tasmanian tree fern, which I adore. Oh my goodness, I am dripping with sweat. I don't drip with sweat this much on these machines. You may think, I think it's 29 degrees Celsius now, and you may think, oh come on Jeanette, man up. But we're not used to this in Britain. We're not well equipped for extreme heat, but also we have very high humidity over here. I think it's about 80% or something today. And it's been difficult to stay out there for very long. It looks cloudy and dull, but oh gosh, it's so warm. Now what I want to say is, what has been on my mind for quite a while, in fact, a year probably, and that is, yes, I am an enthusiastic gardener, but I think my enthusiasm is mostly in spring, because in spring, everything's new and exciting and we waited a whole winter to get out and do things. I can think of loads of ideas, loads of projects. There's tulips, there's daffodils, it's just wonderful. But when it comes to summer, it's just kind of trying to keep everything going. And that's why I'm trying to find plants that are hardy to cope with the extremities of the heat and the cold, which I'm managing to do. And, you know, it's looking good, but it's a lot of limping things along. And then in the autumn, if you've seen my videos for the last couple of years, you'll know we have weeks and weeks and weeks of leaf clearing and cutting back, which I find that boring. So I always think, well, if it's boring for me, it must be boring for you to watch the same jobs every single year. So what I'm trying to say is, I am an enthusiastic gardener, but I'm an enthusiastic spring gardener. And yeah, if I find something that I want to plant, I'll show you obviously, because I'll be very enthusiastic about that. But I might not post every Tuesday. But next week actually, Tina and I are going on Friday. We have a coach trip booked and we are going to the Hampton Court Flower Festival, which is basically the second biggest thing in England after Chelsea, and I've never been before. So if I get some good footage of that, I will try and share that with you. And apart from that, please don't think I'm complaining, I'm just hot. I am the enthusiastic spring gardener. And thank you for watching. And take care everyone, and have fun in your gardens. And you are probably far tougher than I am for the heat. Take care everyone. See you soon. Bye.